How's it going, lads? Welcome everybody back to another video, and boy is it a full day of content. We've just got a video out, just finished streaming over on Twitch, but we have now got a video out of 10 Futties player picks, and I'm just going to say, we packed 4 Team of the Years, 3 of them was on my account. You want to go check that out, but in this video we will be going over the Tavernier Objective Guides. Now, now this card looks absolutely unreal, and is this, honestly, let me know, do you guys think this is the best objective EA have released this year? For me, I mean, it's got to be. 93 rated, he can play anywhere. Genuinely, I know there'll be people playing him centre back, right back, left back. I believe he's 4-star, 4-star, or 4-star, 3-star, so I could be wrong with that. But CDM, he'd be an incredible CDM, box to box. Screw it, play him as a striker if you want to. If you guys are new to these, I'm actually surprised. It's been like a month now since we've had an online objective, but with these squad battle objectives, we still will help you guys out. So what I do is I'll go over all these objectives, explain them to you, and then I will build just a team that you can get these objectives done with. The team will usually be between 20 and 30,000 coins. Obviously, if you guys are fine, if you guys are a good enough player or a good player, you've got your own team and all of that stuff, you don't need that. But the squad builder section of the video is obviously for those of you that need a team and you only have like maybe 20 or 30k that you're working with. I'll build you a cheap team that can get this done. Also, as well, I will give you guys my #1 squad battles tip to help beat for higher difficulties. So starting off, I've got score a goal with a defender in 6 separate squad battle matches, assist 15 goals on squad battles on at least professional difficulty, and this is not in separate matches, so you can get this done in one match if you really can, if it's possible to do that on world class or professional. I think it is. Yeah, okay, it's world class difficulty. So obviously scoring 15 on world class will be a little bit challenging, but you guys get what I mean. It's not in separate matches, so it shouldn't take too long. Assist with crosses in 4 separate matches on at least professional difficulty, and score using English players in 12 separate squad battles. So once again, you get a handy old calculator out. So it is going to take a minimum of 12 games, and it should take a maximum if you do it right. So 12 games of squad battles. You can do it in division rivals, but unless you're in a really low, like a div 9, probably div 7 to div 10, you can do it in rivals and it shouldn't be too bad. But I really recommend, doing it in squad battles. It's a lot easier. I mean, a little tip now, it's not going to count as an actual tip, but what I like to do is, if I do grindies in squad battles, for example, 12, it's 6 minutes a half, so 12 minutes a game, roughly 15 minutes, so add the extra time and all that. So it's going to take you guys 180 minutes, which divide that by 60 is 3 hours. So it's going to take you roughly 3 hours to complete this if you do it in squad battles. Now, my #1 tip for this, chuck a film on, chuck a Twitch stream on, chuck some YouTube videos on, chuck a Netflix film on. You could watch like a whole movie and a half if you want to in 3 hours. So obviously it is going to be boring in squad battles, but as long as you've got something to keep you, occupied. But what we're going to do, boys, we're going to build a nice cheap team. Then obviously, if you guys don't need the squad builder, you can skip ahead a little bit to when I go over how you can beat the high difficulties easier. Or obviously, if you do want the squad builder, it's like a 20 to 30,000 coin cheap squad builder for you to use. Let's go to the squad builder, boys. So boys, this is the cheap team that I have come up with. Now, I know I said it'll be between 20 and 30k. Today or this week, it's probably looking at more around 35, pushing 40. The reason is 83s and 82s are relatively inflated right now due to the new Futties player picks. So Joe Gomez will probably be around 10,000 coins. If some players do end up going extinct, obviously you can just switch him out with another cheap prem centre back. But from experience, from cards I've used, these are the best cheap players. We'll go through them one by one, obviously skim through them relatively quickly, and also I will give you guys my tips in a second here. So first of all, we've got Calvert-Lewin, Wilson up front, left cam we've gone Madison, and right cam Mason Mount. We've gone for a 4-2-2, reason being I like having those wide cams to help get the assists, but also the front four, the 2 cams and the 2 strikers are English. The reason they're English is because you need to score with English players in 12 separate matches, so make sure you score with either Wilson, Calvert-Lewin, Madison, or Mount. It doesn't matter who, you just got to score with at least one of them in that one match. Now, the rest of the team doesn't really matter, it's just a standard Premier League team. We've got Fred, who is actually very, very good at the beginning of the game. He was like 50k, 5-7, high, 4-star, 4-star, really, really meta card. Now, I've gone Gbabaman. I probably butchered that completely. I probably would say Guendouzi. I do like Guendouzi in this game more. He's like a little cheap gold huller in Managerial Masterpiece, but I don't think his Arsenal card is on the market anymore, so you want to go with him. Left back, we've gone for Regulion. Now, once again, he's probably a little bit pricey right now due to the Futties player pick. Joe Gomez, who will help you so much in the back, and like I said, if he does end up going extinct at some point, basically all you want to do, probably switch him out for Rudiger for Chelsea. I'd probably recommend. Right centre back, we've gone for Davinson Sanchez. Right back, we've gone for Aurier, and you're probably wondering, Why are you going for Serge Aurier? Like, why? He's absolutely awful. You've got Hector Bellerin and Reece James, who are the two I usually choose for these videos, but I'll explain why with Aurier in a minute. Now, in goal, we've gone for Nick Pope. I mean, saves with feet, comes with crosses, and 6'7". We all know how meta he is. Now, the reason I have gone for, we're just going to call him Serge because I'm probably butchering his name. The reason we've gone for Serge is because, as you guys know, you need to score with defenders. And he actually has the best, out of all the gold rare cards, right backs, he's got the best shooting out of a lot. Unless Regulion's got better than 60. No, he's got 55. I think Hector Bellerin's got like 51, and I think Reece James is like 57. So, once he's got 60 shooting, what you want to do to score the goals with the defenders is as soon as you get into a game, you can play him off chem up front if you want, but then he's only on 2 chem, so it'll be a lot harder. Go into the game with this team, pause it straight away, and all you want to do is literally switch Aurier up to striker, and if you want, you can sub on a new right back if you have to. But basically, you need to score goals with defenders, and obviously, if you move a defender up to striker, it's a lot easier to score from the striker position than, you know, giving it to him at right back and having him run up the whole pitch. So simply, as soon as it gets into the game, as soon as you get into the game, just switch Serge up to striker. Now, another thing you can do if you don't want to switch him around, just search your club for defenders, can be any, and look for the ones with the best shooting. For example, my Sergio Ramos would be perfect because he's got 79 shooting. Ramos actually has good shooting stats. So for me, I'd probably have him on the bench and sub him on straight away. Dumfries as well as a defender who's 75 shooting. Spinazzola 75 shooting. Roberto Carlos or Zambrotta would be perfect. So obviously, if you do have those type of defenders in your club, sub them on straight away up front to help get the score with a defender done. It's only in 6 separate matches as well, so you should be able to get that relatively quick. Now, my second tip of the day is going to be simple. Fill the bench with your best players. You know, I've got Acuna I can put on. I've got, obviously, we've gone ham on his Futties player picks. We ended up getting Lewin, Ramos, and Van Dijk. Obviously, we already had Bruno. A slight flex there, but anyway, back to what I was saying. You can literally put all of them on your bench, right? So just fill your bench with your best players, and you can sub them on if you are losing. Make sure you don't sub off all your English players, though. I know you've only got 3 subs and you've got 4 English, but make sure you don't accidentally, you know, not use an English player and sub off all your English players without scoring with them first. You can score with them and then sub them off, but you need to obviously score with them first. So self-explanatory, don't make that mistake I did last year during an objective. But lads, honestly, this is a very easy objective. Now in to tip number 3, and then we will head over to the squad battle tips. So for tip number 3 is simply chemistry styles. I say this every single time. Chemistry styles can significantly improve them. Once again, I am not sponsored by Futbin, but I do recommend getting it. It's a very good app that can obviously, you put chem styles on cards, it shows you how much your card's going for on the market, and also if you put chem styles on the cards, it will show you what stats it improves, how much it improves it by, and what rating striker they are in game. You can download it on the phone and all of that. Like I said, I'm not sponsored, I'm just using it as an example. So I'm loaded up Futbin on the PC. Let's say Calvert-Lewin. Let's chuck a Hunter on him. So with a Hunter, he goes from 83 pace to 93, and he goes from 76 pace, shooting to 82 shooting. He gets a plus 10 finishing boost as well, and in game, he goes from a 79 rated striker to an 83 rated striker. So you guys get the gist. Chemistry styles can significantly make your players perform better in game. You don't have to go out and buy all the correct chem styles, like I know shadows for your defenders. I wouldn't really worry about the defense. It's mainly just the strikers and the cams. Like Mason Mount, just search your club, preferably a Hunter to get that pace boost. But if you don't have a Hunter, a Catalyst will do, even a Finisher. You know, just get some boost somewhere, and it will make them feel a lot better in game. Now lads, heading over to the squad battles section. Now there is a glitch where obviously there's no squad battles glitch where you don't have to play it, but there is a glitch you can like jam the controller. I'm not going to explain it in this video, but if you want, just search new updated squad battles glitch, which you can jam the controller, and you know, you don't have to do anything, you can just put the controller down. But what I'm going to do is just give you guys my number 1 tip for squad battles. So as you can see, you get 4 teams, a 192. You want to make sure you're playing them on world class difficulty as well, lads, to get these done, because you need to score in 6 separate matches on world class. You can get them 6 done and then put it down to professional if you want, but I will just play them all on world class if you can. But basically a 192, beating this team on world class. I'm like a gold 1 to, I wouldn't say elite player, I'm like a 20 to 22 wins player in the weekend league, and honestly sometimes even odd struggle against this squad on world class difficulty. So what you want, you just need to make sure that you play the shitty teams. As you can see, 76 rating with 59 chemistry. You should have no worries at all. Ignore the servers as well, a bit slow. You should have no worries at all beating this team. I've got Godin at the back, and I've got Alario on 7 chem up front, and Paulson up front. So you should have no worries. I've got some off-chem bronze fullbacks and a USA Dorsey 7 chem at right mid. So like teams like this, you should be fine to be on world class. And basically, after you play at least one of these 4 selections, you can press square or X on the Xbox, and it will refresh all 4 of the teams, and you obviously will just keep getting shit teams. Usually you get 2 good teams, 1 average team, and 1 really bad team in each batch. So you just want to keep, playing them or playing the shit teams, refreshing, and just keep playing the shit teams. Don't stress, don't try to play these high rated ones, because obviously it's a lot harder than playing a shitty team with a bronze goalie up front. So just keep refreshing after you play that game. I have had some questions as well. As you can see on the top right, or relatively top right, it says 0 out of 40 matches played. If you go over the 40 match squad battles limit, it does not matter. It will still count towards your objective. The only thing that will stop counting is the points for obviously the Elite 2, Elite 3 ranks in squad battles, but the objectives will still keep counting. So we've got unlimited attempts to get this Tavernier card. Now we're obviously going to end this video now just having a brief look over the team. Once again, you can copy that. We've gone over all of that good stuff. It's just, like I said, a cheap Prem team for those of you that may need some help with that. We're going to go look over the objectives one more time just to make sure for you guys. But lads, once again, I'm actually really excited for FIFA 22. With these objectives and stuff. These objective guys have been doing great on YouTube, but I'm going to, smash out player reviews. I want to get custom tactics, some tier lists. We've got a lot of stuff planned for FIFA 22, so if you guys are enjoying, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. But anyways, as you can see, score a goal with a defender. Like I said, you can either sub on a centre back or move Serge Aurier up front. Assist 15 goals with any players, that will just come easily. Assist with a cross. To mention, the good thing with the 4-2-2 as well is you've got the right and left cam that you can cross it into the box with. But crosses are simple enough. You've got 4 separate matches, so it shouldn't be too hard. Square on the PS4. X on Xbox to cross, and score using English players in 12 separate matches. So honestly, the main objective, right, the main thing you want to do, make sure you're playing shit squad battle teams, and make sure you're scoring with English players and trying to score with that defender. Hopefully this video did help you guys out. If it did, a sub does go a long way. We're trying to hit 7k before FIFA 22, so I've got 74 days left. Let's see if we can do it. It's been your boy Davis. Stay awesome. See you guys later. Peace out, lads.